major bodies of work, they turn out, where Hochunien uses the figure of the tiger as a kind of way to speak differently about the history, again, particularly of Singapore, and again, the larger frame we have brought up earlier, the making of the colonial world and the modern world. So the tiger as a way to address subterranean, perhaps, histories, but also tigers as a figure, maybe perhaps of a very strange way of thinking through almost a kind of justice, where that which is excluded or rendered extinct returns, right? Returns in other figures.
They were killing so many workers in the plantations that they had to be eliminated. So the British started a bounty system, so every tiger killed could be exchanged for cash. But this physical destruction of tigers also led to the destruction of the myth, which is which is the entire kind of cosmology built around the figure of the tiger. So for the people of the Malayan world, the tigers were always seen as a kind of a vehicle or a medium for ancestral spirits. So with the elimination of, with the destruction of tigers and deforestation, you also had basically the destruction of this cosmological system. The project 10,000 Tigers in a way was kind of about this destruction, but also the return of the tiger in different forms. So if the tigers were annihilated by the British themselves, for example, were chased out of Singapore and Malaya during the Second World War by the 25th Japanese Army, who were led by this figure, General Yamashita, whose nickname was the Tiger of Malaya. So the tiger returns in a metaphorical form. But I think 10,000 Tigers was an attempt to think about metaphors seriously, to treat metaphors concretely. Mm-hmm. So 10,000 Tigers was a kind of an attempt to map these different kind of histories. And 10,000 Tigers was eventually presented as a performance, and sometimes I think about the performance essentially as a way to perform this diagram or this mind map of these different segments of history. So this next image we are looking at is a sort of a compilation of sort of tiger iconography sort of related to these histories. And a lot of my process was about how to map this out and also how to perform it. So some of the starting kind of reference points for me was